catch the replay. I'm not going to be on here long. I don't know if it's better to make a video or a live. I kind of like to do the live because all I have to do is press a couple of buttons, say what I have to say, and go off. And I know that that might frustrate some of you who are used to sitting in a live, but I don't think I have the audience to do a long live. However, I'm willing to do that. Please go over to my community tab, or now it's called posts, and take the survey. Let me know when a time would be better for you. I have a limited schedule, so I gave you my schedule of when I could, what I was thinking I could do live, and you let me know. And if none of those times work for you, put it in the comment. Let me know, and I'll try to accommodate people. But I wanted to say some more about this stuff. I just listened to, and I had to Red Ball back the Beans and Lolo stuff, and I'm still very confused because how did all of that stuff that happened in Discord lead to her climbing her ass up onto Binary's panel and saying something about the way she and I were talking about something that had nothing to do with her, and then she gets all in her feelings and offended about people telling her that she is being very aggressive. She's, and she's once again telling a full grown adult how she thinks she could act, and she makes all these accusations about dry begging and all this stuff. And then when people are calling out on it, she gets very offended and she gets her defenses up. It's very simple. Then don't say that ish. It's like she holds people to a different standard, but not herself, and it's frustrating because I'm still trying to figure out what did that have to do with you telling me that I'm scared of Jay Dunn on that panel? You still haven't answered that question. It baffles my brain. It baffles my brain. I want to say more, but I'm not going to. But I'm a little bit, a tad bit fucking confused. She split my love. Hello, you're still here. Thank you for coming in to Lula. Nice to see you. All right, y'all. And you guys answer that poll too, because if there are boy people that want to see me live, of course I'll come live. I'll have to come live. You might. This is kind of what I've been afraid of. The boy and the beef sector might merge a little bit. And they are two totally different communities. But the boy that I know and the boy that I was a part of is not the boy of today. And what those little motherfuckers call themselves doing and stuff has nothing to do with the Boyd that I know. And then the people who are still in Boyd, the OGs that are still around, you'll see them pop their heads up from time to time. They don't acknowledge these quote unquote young Boyd people who are just running amok and acting a fool. But it is nice to see you, Tallulah. I think about you all the time, and I love you. And it's nice to see you, Chispa. And do you know that there is now officially another simulation game, and it looks a lot better than The Sims. I haven't purchased it yet because I'm still trying to figure out if I want to do that. But I have to be honest with you. I was someone who played Sims, I'd say maybe 3 times a week. I had to start fresh with my Sims. My computer broke. So when I got my new one, and of course it takes time to upload it and all this other stuff. So when I did all of that, some of the things that I purchased aren't on my origin, and it pisses me off because I have only Sim players will understand this, but you invest into Sims. So you spend money when you buy the expansions and all the new stuff. And I'm someone who likes to have everything because I'm not exactly sure how I want my play to go. Sometimes it's just about decorating, and sometimes I want to, complete tasks or whatever it is. So I want to have the option to have everything. I've been that way since I started playing Sims 2. And, yeah, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on now with it, but it's left a bad taste in my mouth. The way that EA has their customer service has left a bad taste in my mouth, and I think if I added it up, I would in the last how long is Sims 4 been out? At least 10 years now. If I added it all up, I think it's worth at least having the availability to be able to talk to somebody when I have a fucking issue, and I can't, and that frustrates me. So this new simulation game, I'm not going to say the name of it because first of all I don't really know it, but also I don't want to endorse something or But I would be interested, especially to my Sims friends, to check it out. Maybe we should all check it out together and just like take notes on it. Amen to Lila. EA does suck, and they do not give a fuck about their customers at all. And I just feel like, and I'm not the only one saying this, there's some outrage, there's some Sims outrage. I just feel like we spend way too much money and support that company way too much to be treated like we don't deserve customer service at the drop of a hat. At least we deserve to not have to go through a maze and rigmarole to actually talk to somebody. And that's just not the case. It just frustrates me. Y'all know about the lives and stuff. You know, I be going after Just Lurking because Just Lurking just pulled some fuck shit on me, man. He does this every 6 months to a year. Says my name. He sees me in some chat, and he did see me in Wendy's chat, and that somehow triggers him to hold me accountable and responsible for things I didn't say about what was being done to him. You know, like when he was like catfishing Stewie and shit. And the audacity of that motherfucker to ask me to help him for anything when he knows he took my own fucking family. Awesome Hooker, you guys know her, took my own fucking family and doxed her without explanation. Not even still to this day, not a fucking word about why he had to do that. That ignorant shit to her. She's never done a fucking thing but support him. So again, just the audacity, and I'm just on that type of time. Maybe it's the personality because I've got many personalities. One of the multiple personalities is now on that type of time to deal with a little bit of YouTube fuck shit until I feel better. And so here I am. And then I'll crawl back under my rock in about for another year, and I won't hear from me. But right now, I'm on that type of time, babies. All right. Good night. I'm going back to bed. Have a good day. I don't know, but I hope she's well. Yeah, but she's still my family, you know. Like we don't, my family. I don't talk to them all the time, but it doesn't mean I don't love them any less. And sometimes we just fall out of touch. But I haven't heard anything, and you know, I'm sure she's okay. Life is lifing for everybody right now, so I think we are all doing the same thing and just stuck on survive. So, but that is beside the point. When he did that shit, that was my fucking family, you know. And then he did take it down, and I asked him what that was about. Like, why didn't you try to speak to her? And never a fucking response. But he brought it up the other day, like, oh, you got mad because I did this. Yeah, I got fucking mad. You fucking you're doxing people that I care about, and he didn't know that at the time, but I was fucking there, and so it creeped me out too. So what the fuck? Hey Jenny, how are you, love? I see you on Rumble over there. Is that a good app? I don't really check it out except for you, but at least I get the notifications there. I never get notifications here. Yo, I wish we could all of us, just go to a different place and just fuck YouTube, you know? YouTube is just, they've got a monopoly, and they don't, you know, they're another fucking company. They don't support us. They don't give a fuck about, like, their customer service. Anyway, good night.